Oh, I'm so glad to be home.
Okay.
Where's my... Oh,
Has this ever happened to you? If so, you might have been the victim of a pickpocketer. Pickpocketing has been around for thousands of years, and so many people have become victims to pickpocketers around the world. And the problem is that with pickpocketers, it's very hard to figure out what exactly the... Sorry, are you not following with me as I go, no? Okay. Well, I'll keep it short then. Pickpocketing sucks. Yeah, being pickpocketed is probably one of the worst things that could happen to you while you travel. And the problem is as hard as it is to prevent, it's also really hard to know what to do after you've been pickpocketed. So, let's talk about that. So typically, these are the most common things that would get stolen by pickpockets. Your cash, a car park receipt, a camera, your tickets to like a play or a film or something, your passport, your credit card, your phone, oh, and before I forget, your sanity. So, what do you do after you've been pickpocketed? Well, step 1, stop panicking. Look, it happened. It sucks. But at this point, panicking is gonna get you nowhere. I mean, panic a little bit, but then just calm down and take solace in the fact that it could have been much worse and you are alright. You also need to be calm for the next few steps. Step 2 is your credit card. Just move that out of the way. Call your credit card company and cancel your card. Tell them it was stolen so if the thieves try to use it, they just won't be able to. Step 3, passport. Go to your embassy and tell them your passport has been stolen. They'll figure it out from there and you don't have to worry about getting back to your country. Well, not as much. Next step is your phone. Call your phone company and report your phone as stolen. You can also report it to the police and your phone company should have the IEMI code to give them. If you didn't understand any of that, that's okay. They'll figure it out. Also, if you have like an iPhone like I do, you can use the Find My iPhone. Now, before you continue, don't try to chase the people who stole your phone or anything. Believe me, that will end in disaster. Also, some phones nowadays have a kill switch, so if your phone is stolen, you can wipe all the data and make sure it doesn't work. Step 5, tickets. Depending on the place and how you book the tickets, you may be able to do something here. Call the company you booked and just give them your order number, name, and all that. But once again, they may not be able to do anything at all. So hope that your show was totally awful and that your pickpockets don't really get to enjoy it. Step 6, car park ticket. In most cases, this should be okay. Sometimes you might have to pay a fee depending on the type of ticket, especially those that you have to pay after you park. The ones where you pay before you park should be okay. Just make sure you tip the person. Speaking of which, whee! Oh wow, damn it. Cash, the biggest one. Sorry guys, there's not much you can do here. Unless you're Batman and you've been marking your bills, you're not gonna get your money back. I know, it sucks, but sometimes it just happens. Just take solace in the fact that you are okay. Step 8, sanity. This has been a very traumatic event. It outright sucks. But, and this is important, it's not your fault. Let me say that again. It's not your fault. Pickpocketers are expert and they do this as their job. They take advantage of people, that's just what they do. You didn't do anything wrong, you're not weak or clumsy or anything. And finally, this is the hardest part of being pickpocketed. Moving on. Sometimes, we become obsessed with traumatic events. We let it get the best of us and we let it control us. And we can't. Don't let this one event get in the way of your enjoyment of life. You are fine and you are okay. And you will be fine. Oh, right, and your camera. Well, sadly, you can't really do much about that. But instead of showing your pictures to your friends, you could tell them this story about how you survived a pickpocket, and let's be honest, that's probably better anyways. So the video is technically over, but I thought I'd explain why I made this video. So we recently went to Paris, and basically in like the first 24 hours, one of my family members got pickpocketed on the train on the way back from the Eiffel Tower. And, you know, like, the thing is it's really common, is what I found. Because anyone I tell this story to, they're like, yeah, you know, I heard about somebody, or I myself got pickpocketed in some area, like some tourist area of some city. And a lot of times it's the same city that we've been into. So it's very common to be pickpocketed. But the thing is, nobody really talks about it. And so I thought I'd explain exactly what happened, just so you can kind of get an idea of, you know, like, how it all happens. And by the way, you might hear this story and you might think, oh, you know, that's very easy to avoid. And honestly, it isn't. Being pickpocketed is not an easy thing to, you know, avoid. It's something you're constantly aware of, but to be honest, I honestly didn't even expect it while it was happening. And I'm usually one really fast to pick up on stuff and all that. So basically, we just left the Eiffel Tower, and we got into the subway station near the Eiffel Tower. I think it was Bin Hakim. And as we were just about to get on the subway, a group of girls started coming close to us. They started coming very close, and it seemed like they were going to box us out of the subway. And I really didn't want to miss the subway because, you know, I wouldn't know how to get home. So I was like kind of like getting a little bit anxious and nervous. So they were apparently pushing all of us in. I didn't even feel it. I thought they were rushing in, but they were actually pushing us in. They were bumping into you. They were moving next to you and all that. And all of a sudden, they're just kind of standing there in the subway. The door closes. And in Paris, the Paris transit system is this really cool yet not cool thing where you actually have a latch to open the door. So it's not automatic. There's a latch and you can open it. So even if it closes, you can technically still open the door. And so they opened the door, they all ran out, and I'm thinking, like, this is ridiculous. So they pushed us, they were pushing us, they were very, like antsy about getting in, and finally they're leaving, like, this is ridiculous. And as they were leaving, something falls on the ground. They throw something on the ground, and I look, and it's a black wallet, and it looked very familiar. And we all realized that we knew whose wallet it was. I don't want to mention who it was, because I haven't actually ran this video by them. But it was one of my family members, and I was like, I was completely in shock. It didn't even happen to me, but I was completely in shock. I was checking my pockets consistently. I like opened my wallet. I was checking everything. I was, you know, asking Salwa like to check her stuff, and she was calming me down. And the thing is that while it's happening, you don't realize that it's happening. You just think it's a normal thing. Like, it's almost played off as just some annoying girls like bothering you on the subway, but really it's not. It's you were being pickpocketed and you don't even realize it. And while we were talking to other people, like, we explained the story to other people, and they're like, yeah, you know, surprisingly this happened to me too, and this happened to me too. And we're thinking, like, if this happened to you, like, why is nobody talking about this? And the thing is, it's an embarrassing thing. It's not, you know, it's not like, hey, I got pickpocketed, it's so cool. It's quite embarrassing. It's quite frustrating. So I wanted to make this video because, number one, I wanted to show you that it's not uncommon to be pickpocketed. And number two, because for a lot of my students, there was one student who lost her credit card, and I told her, you need to call your credit card company and cancel it right away because people could just start using it like immediately. And she's like, you know, like, I don't know if I should do that. And the thing is, not many people, maybe they do know that, but not many people do. And it's always good to, you know, kind of explain, you know, what to do and everything. Sorry, this arm is getting really heavy, so I'm going to switch to this one. So my point is that, you know, pickpocketing, it's not uncommon. If it happens to you, don't fret so much. Don't worry. Everything's going to be okay. You know, you're fine. Everything's fine. Also, don't chase the people afterwards, by the way. So I found out that if you chase the people, they usually have people waiting for them who will, like, you know, knock you out, basically. It's not good. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one.